Hi there, my name is Drumspeed96, and this is the second episode on my hardcore series. If you watched the first episode, you may notice that I've now upgraded myself to some iron armor, and that's because I've done a few things in between this episode and the last. So let me show you what I've been up to. Well, for a start, I've been growing my farm up here, and I've also come in and I've replaced the cobblestone around the edge, got rid of that horrible 1 pixel gap of dirt that you could see. So now I have got a proper supply of food. I have also put a door here, which was missing. Additionally, I've also done a few changes to the inside of my little hut. As you can see, there's my old copper armor. I got quite a lot of copper and stuff when I went mining. I did quite a bit. As you can see, I even got a diamond. Lucky me. And I've made myself a little bedroom area up here. I will properly do the interior of this soon. Now the main thing that is to show you is outside. You might see there's some changes, but I think I'll let the time lapse show you what really happened. Alright, awesome. So, I've got myself a new porch. As you can see, this bit, I've added a staircase since recording that time lapse. So, that's different. But, I quite like it. I like this bush thing I got going on here. And I like the little bit of texturing underneath and the moss. And I think I'm going to try and do something similar on this patch of grass here, just so it doesn't look so plain. And yeah, I quite like it. Obviously you can see I've got the mine, which we did in the last episode, and I have done some digging down there. And over here, this little sort of barn thing, you might be wondering, what is that for? Well, that is what we're going to do next. Well, this very cozy barn is going to house ourselves some cows and some sheep, I'm thinking. So that means we have to go on an adventure to find some, because I don't know where any are. So let me sleep first, and then we'll get to it. Hello there, this is Drumspeed96 in voiceover. Now this is the second time I'm recording this voiceover, because the first time I did it, all of the audio was clipping, so I sounded like I was a robot. So hopefully, this time it sounds okay. Now, one of the other things that I did when I was playing in between recordings was I found these cows and sheep in this bit of land here. And I did go and do some more exploring, and I think later on I'll show you some of the cool things that I found, because I did find some interesting stuff. And I found out some things about the Tiny Takeover update that I didn't know they'd added, so that's pretty cool. The other thing I'd like to talk about is I really want to say thank you to the people who watched my last video. I was very pleasantly surprised. I think I got about 40 views, which for me, I was shocked at, honestly, because all my other videos had done way worse than that. So that was a very nice surprise. So thank you to anybody who's watched that, and thank you if you've actually taken the time to watch this one as well. That it really means a lot. And also especially to the 2 people who commented on my last videos, who left very nice things to say. Thank you to both of you. It really means a lot to have that support. So got 1 cow in, getting the 2nd cow now. I probably will get some sheep later. I might have to do that after the episode, because I've got to wait for the grass to grow in their pen first. And you'll see when we get back there, I've made this sort of little line of grass blocks to encourage the grass to grow, but it seems to be taking ages. So we might do that later. But anyway, there we go. Second cow secured. I'm sure they're going to be very happy in their tiny home under the hill. It's definitely very animal friendly, I'm sure. Anyway, that was voiceover jump speed. Bye bye. Okay, well this is that grass I was talking about, and it has spread into the sheep pen. So I can remove this little thing here and put it back to path. I'm not going to get the sheep now. I am just going to get them at another time, because I'm feeling like doing a little bit more building. Okay, well I'm back up at the top where my farms are. And I like these farms, they're good. Potatoes, wheat, but there is something missing. And I haven't got sugarcane. And as I've got the cows, you might be able to put 2 and 2 together. I'm trying to make an enchantment table at some point. So I think I'm going to try and make a little sugarcane farm, and I might see if I can squeeze in some space for pumpkins and melons, but when I find melon seeds. So somewhere here, on this horrible steep bit of hill, I think I want to put them. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. Let's see what the timeline shows. Okay, well, there we go. We've got a little pumpkin farm here. I do need to collect some melon seeds at some point, but I'll get to that. Up the top, little sugarcane farm. You know, nothing special really, but I need them, so gotta have a farm for them. Now, I do have a few ideas for something to go up here. Now, I did mention a sort of cabin thing earlier, and I'm thinking that could be what I do. Maybe I could do some kind of entrance way down here, and maybe a little arch, and then having a big cabin up there, something like that. I think I'm going to do a little bit more planning after this episode, see what I can come up with before I really get started. But for now, I'm going to move back to a project back down the hill. Before I start on my next thing, been rudely interrupted by some pillagers, so let's deal with these guys. Oh my god. Double raid. There was 2 of them. Well, let's make sure they don't come back. Pillagers, be warned. I will kill you. Okay, so the final thing that I want to do in this episode is finish decorating the inside of my house, because it's a bit empty and I've done a lot of things elsewhere, but not in here. So let's do that. Okay, well, hello, voiceover again. I did record while I was talking, but actually the recording ended up being like 10 minutes long, and I don't think you really want to sit through me yapping on about the type of blocks that I'm using. But as a quick rundown, I decided to use strip spruce, and the only thing I really did that was kind of interesting was I did smooth stone on the floor, and I yap on about how I like the look of smooth stone for a bit. What I thought was more interesting is when I did some exploring, I took a few pictures of stuff that I found, so I thought it might be interesting to check these out. So this first one coming up is from the hill opposite, looking back at my base. Just thought it was a pretty cool view. This second one is of like I don't know what you call this biome, like a flower valley. But I didn't know you could get one where it's one single type of flower. That kind of blew my mind. So many alliums, I didn't know what to do, so I just took a picture of it. And this next picture coming up, it's not a very good picture, unfortunately. It was quite hard to catch. Is of a rabbit. So with the Tiny Takeover update, I had no idea that they changed rabbits. And this blew my mind when I saw it, because why are they so enormous? This rabbit that I found, look at the picture, is huge. Yeah, that blew my mind, which was quite funny. I found a ruined portal, pretty cool. I didn't get very much into. I got a bit of obsidian. That was about the only interesting thing I got from that. Yeah, that's what I found on my little exploring journey. So back on with my building time lapse. As you can see, I'm putting wood around the chests. You know, you've got to do the thing properly. I've now got the smooth stone floor, and I think it's looking pretty good. Oh, just forgot one finishing touch in this flower pot. I don't know where that sapling just disappeared to, just vanished. But I collected, on my exploring, I collected some flowers. So maybe one of these will look good in there. Oh, lovely. Well, I think I'm going to wrap things up there. Just a quick recap of what we did today. We did a new front to the house at the bottom of the hill. I'm a big fan of the bush on the left. I think that looks really cool. We built a pen for some cows and sheep, and we've gone and collected some cows. I think they're looking very happy. We built a new farm at the top of the hill for melons and pumpkins and sugarcane. And we did a new interior to the house, which I think looks really good. So, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please stick around or check out any of the other videos on my channel. My name's been DrumSpeed96. Thanks very much. Bye bye.